going on, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to the channel, by the way, where the world tour of finding the most absurd people all over TikTok never seems to end. If you're new around here, if you've just stumbled across this channel and you want to join the ride, you know what to do. I don't need to explain it to you. Today is a very special day, I'll tell you now, because on this journey together, I think you know by now, sometimes we make different discoveries, new discoveries in different TikTok species, and I really think today we have found a very rare breed. Indeed. The TikTok user we're going to be reacting to today goes by the name of Alexander.tries. This man identifies as a gender fluid, non-binary, I don't really know at this point, and you'll see why. He also includes himself in one of these new progressive communities that they have to include in their bio because apparently shouting it from the rooftops is just not loud enough, so they have to put it everywhere so we all know. This one, however, goes by the name of, get this, Alexander is a 2SLGBTQIA+ activist, and oh yeah, he's a mental health advocate. So already the two just contradict each other because 2SL is starting to sound like my postcode, zip code for Americans. Let me just check again. 2SLGBTQIA+ doesn't really sound mentally healthy. In fact, it sounds like an iPhone model or something, but who am I to judge? Who are we to judge, huh? Who are we to judge? I'm just going to allow Alexander himself to take the stage, introduce himself, and clear up what that actually means. And I'm sure by the end of it, well, we'll all know what it means.
What does 2SLGBTQIA+ stand for? 2S stands for two-spirit. L stands for lesbian. G stands for gay. B stands for bisexual. T stands for transgender. Q stands for queer. I stands for intersex. A stands for asexual. And the plus is intended to signify other sexual identities that are not included, such as pansexual. Share this post to spread knowledge.
Yeah, after I watched it the first time and watching it a second time, I still don't know what he means. What's two-spirit? Does anybody know? Can you let me know? Because I have no clue.
Tell me!
However, saying that, Alexander is a very interesting individual. In fact, he's knowledgeable. In fact, he's quite normal. Because not only does Alexander identify as a two-spirit ABCDEFG squared, he can also give us a load of information surrounding the non-binary conversation, because as we all know, it's a bit confusing these days. You know, we don't really know what all these terms mean. So Alexander has gone out of his way in a very, very short explanation. It's not very detailed, it's quite simple. And he tells us what it all means. Oh boy.
What does non-binary mean? Non-binary is an umbrella term for gender identities that are outside of the strictly male or female binaries. For example, I'm gender fluid, and I personally identify with both the male and female gender, which makes me non-binary. Other examples include bigender and trigender people, who identify as having two or more genders. Agender and non-gender people identify as having no gender. And third gender or other gender people do not place a name on their gender. These are just a few examples of ways somebody can be non-binary. But it's important to remember that not every non-binary person experiences gender the same way. Share this post to spread knowledge.
And the progressive societies of today have the nerve, the audacity to get mad at us when we can't keep up with the trends. We can't keep up with what you apparently identify as. I mean, what did he even just say? All I heard was trigender, agender, that gender, this gender. Look, I've just come up with the simple solution, and I don't actually know how nobody's spoken about this. I feel like a caveman who has just discovered fire. How about, right, we keep this all a lot simpler by just keeping two genders. Make sure nobody hears. Male and female. I know those are things of the past, but Alexander, things are a lot simpler when you just stick with 2 and not 1,000. You know, things are a lot simpler in the mind. I mean, again, right, seriously, I always bring this up, but who can easily access this sort of content? You know the answer. Children. How is a child gonna feel if they stumble across this man on their screen, which, by the way, the For You page pushes this stuff out. We don't need to say why, but how's a child going to feel when they see this and they're like, wait, hold on, I can be trigender, equilateral gender, transgender, they're going to go downstairs and be like, Mom, Dad, doctor surgery, here we go. It sounds stupid, I know, but I can guarantee you some children out there genuinely feel like that. And it's more controversial for me to sit here and say that, what I just said, than it is to preach what this man is preaching. That's how backwards society is right now. But I'm the bad one. However, the world tour don't stop there. You think we're getting heated now? No. Buckle up. As we know by now, my friends, the people like Alexander.tries, and there are many of them out there who they genuinely think they can just switch their genders just based on how they feel when they wake up in the morning. You know, one day they can choose to be a male, or the next day they can just choose to be a female. But these are the very same people trying to get rid of the people who are actually biologically those genders. Right? And just hear me out. I know it's confusing. Maybe I didn't wear it right. I think I did, but just hear me out. Let's take the makeup industry, for example. Ever since it's been created, it has been for women, right? Traditionally, something women use. That's done now. That's finished. After years of taking advantage of women's insecurities, which has forced them to buy these products, they're now done with you because there is an agenda being pushed that makeup is for everybody, regardless of what gender you are. They're trying to get everything that you know so you don't recognize anything. And Alexander is one of those people that would happily push that message to the world.
So the reason I feel I deserve to be part of the Sephora squad is because makeup is for everybody. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. And that includes people like me. Beard and all, y'all. So I want to be the representation that I'm not seeing in the community and that I'd love to see. And if I were part of the Sephora squad, I would make sure that I use my platform to educate people about people like me. Trans, non-binary, non-conforming, gender fluid, agender, pansexual, weird, queer people. And bring them together with love and beauty. Everybody's allowed to feel beautiful. And if I'm part of the squad, you better believe I'm gonna make that happen. I really, really love the queer community, and I want us to have a seat at the table. The time has come. The queers are here, and we're not going anywhere. Capiche? I truly believe that beauty is a universal language. And if we can find common ground in beauty, we can find common ground in everything.
If we can find common ground in beauty, he says, we can find common ground in everything else. Well, as we all know by now, the years have proven to us, Alexander, I'm sorry that that's not how it actually works, is it? Because me just having this opinion means I'm evil and you don't want to listen to me. So it's only common ground. It's only okay if you accept it, right? As I just said, they want to replace everything we know that is traditional with something else. So when we wake up one day, we don't recognize anything. And women have to accept this. You think I'm joking? Women genuinely have to accept this, because if they don't, they are now labeled a terf. Yes, they are thrown into the mix with everybody else as being evil. You even now have your own label. You're terfs, apparently. Listen to Alexander.tries and another dude and somebody else in the same TikTok explaining what this even means.
What is a terf?
TERFs, or trans-exclusionary radical feminists, believe that in order to be a woman, you need to have been assigned female at birth, or a biological woman. They don't believe that trans women are women, and they see them as a threat to womanhood, which is why they oppose trans women in women's only spaces, like women's restrooms and women's sports.
This belief continues to further endanger trans women in a society that already tells them they're not valid. It creates more noise and misinformation surrounding them, which fosters violence and hatred. Although the word feminist is in the acronym, they're not feminists at all. True feminists stand for all women. Oddly enough, TERFs are generally accepting of trans men, but that's because they see them as biological women, which is problematic on its own.
Keep in mind that they are not to be confused with trans-inclusive feminists who accept trans women as women and understand the importance of intersectionality in feminism. Please share this post to spread knowledge.
So the basis of those TikToks basically is true feminists stand for all women. Well, that's true. They do stand for all women. They just don't stand for people like you, Alexander, and that other dude, because newsflash, breaking news, the only headline you need to read today, you're not actually women. So let's just set the record straight, ladies, if you're watching. If you disagree with these dudes walking into your toilets, you are now a terf. You are transphobic. Or if you disagree with them going into women's changing rooms, if you disagree with seeing them in your changing rooms, you are now a terf. You are transphobic. See, they're coming for everybody. It's just not one specific gender. Everybody thought they're coming for the white male. No, they are coming for everybody. Because they want to replace everything, as I keep saying. We are rewriting history as we go along. But I'm the crazy one. I'm the crazy one, huh? I don't know. But anyway, if you haven't seen enough of this person, if you haven't seen enough of Alexander today, then here's a little bonus round for you all. Here's Alexander talking about we're not allowed to assume if people are transgender, something.
PSA. You cannot assume somebody is transgender just by looking at them. End of sentence. Share this post if you agree.
Yep, we are not allowed to think, we're not allowed to speak unless it is A-OK, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really praying, I'm telling you now, every day I am praying Elon Musk just tweets out, guys, the Mars trip is ready, because I will spend my life savings on getting a front row ticket. And I want all of you to join me. Noah's Ark style, right? We're taking everybody apart from these people. And we can colonize Mars into a great society. We can make it a great place. But we'd probably get cancelled for that. How dare they go to Mars? Have you enjoyed today's World Tour, ladies and gentlemen? Have you enjoyed today's stop? I think it's been a good one. It's been very heated. If you couldn't tell, if you have enjoyed, then please, for me, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that big red subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. Alexander, I just want to thank you for being today's special guest with all of your definitions and trigenders, equilateral genders, agenders, two-spirit. You have really helped me learn a lot. You have helped me learn that as society, our society, that we know, we are doomed. So thank you very much. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, it has been your boy JD. Please, for me, make sure to always have a great day and stay safe. Delete TikTok. I'm out. Peace. See you next time. Wow. The worst thing is I've got to go back and edit this. I've got to watch this man in the edit. That's pain. That hurts.